Hey everybody, it's just another gamer and we are here with some Satisfactory. Today we're going to be doing a tutorial on coal power, how to set it up, how it works, and some tips and tricks that I found that helped me a lot. So let's get into it. Okay, the first thing we are going to need for this amazing tutorial is the substance we're using to produce the energy, which is coal. It has the atomic number 6. It is primarily compressed plant matter, and it burns well, producing a lot of energy, which then makes electric. In what form, I do not know. I can probably explain it to you, but we're not here for that. We are here for the base tutorial of this amazing thing that you get fairly early in the game that I am, just now implementing. So let's get into it. Just now implementing. That's not necessarily true, but we'll go with it. So, well, let's get into it. We will. First thing we need is coal. And the cool thing about this is if you have one of these, you can split it off, and it will. Well, in this case, I split it off just to get as much coal as I can preemptively before I get everything fired up. For starters, one coal miner can actually run 8 coal generators, I think they're called. What are they called? Let's get an actual name here for you guys so there's no confusion. Oh yeah, coal generators. Coal powered generators, yeah. So one whole source of it can run 8 of them, and that's pretty good. The setup takes a little while, but it is not too hard after you've done it once or twice. So let's get into the second half. The second thing we'll need for this amazing experience of producing lots of energy relatively early in the game. So the second thing you're going to need is the generators themselves, making sure you have the resources to build them and have a platform near some water where you can then set them up. That's pretty standard. I mean, you have the coal, you have the water, you need the generators, basically the 3 things you're going to need. And we're going to get into building the... Oh, great. Look at that, already having power problems now that I've spent like 15 minutes, trying to get this together. Gotta love it. Okay, let's get into it. One silly but helpful tip for this is something that I nearly made a mistake on. Well, actually, I'll just say it. I made a mistake on all of them, okay? I'm figuring it out, you're figuring it out, we're all watching this for a reason. So, what you do is you make sure you rotate it with your scroll wheel when you're placing it, so you don't put all of your things facing that way and then have to figure out how you're going to get your conveyor belts to run through. So yeah, just make... Oh no, what's going on? That's not really good. So yeah, just make sure you put this here. Yeah, so it's loading it in. I'm out of plate. Oh no. Okay, we'll pick up back on this in a minute. So I just want to throw this in here while you're setting up, getting all this pre-prepped, like all your coal and everything. You're going to want to make sure that you let it run for a while, because as they slowly fill up down the line, the farther ones back here, once they get filled up, it'll be better, just due to the plain fact that when they're all filled up and they all start simultaneously, you won't have to do this wait before you even fire it up, because they're slowly, as you can see, this one has 31. We go down here, I believe even to this one right down here, see? So if you have consistent coal, this one's at 100. So if you have a consistent coal coming through down the line quickly, and they're getting here quick, you'll have it filled up in a matter of minutes. Just making sure you have it all done, because you're getting filled up. And as it goes, it should distribute it relatively equally, whatever one needs it the most, I guess, or needs it at the beginning of the line or the end of the line. So yeah. Just make sure you're waiting a few minutes when you first start it up. This is like the longest line I've ever had. It's insane. It's awesome. It's great. There's probably a coal thing closer somehow over here that I missed when I was doing my scanning, looking for coal. But okay, yeah, let's get into the water part of this. So the first thing about this adding the water into the equation, is making sure that the pipes fill up when you first start it. I'm giving them a few minutes. You will need a secondary source to start the first water pump, but after you start the first water pump, you will successfully pretty much start everything else. And eventually you can take the water pump off of that secondary source. I already deleted my secondary source, it was up there. But eventually you can take the water pump right off. The secondary power source, the leaf generator, you can take that off, and you will no longer need that, because it will be self-sufficient. These right here produce more than enough power to power 3 of these plus tons more. And after you get that, you make sure these bad boys turn on. They'll turn on, and you will be producing quite a bit amount of electricity, around 600 milliwatts, I believe that is. Yeah, and then you could ship that right on down to your base of operations. what I did here was put a, like, since I have so much coal on the back burner, I put, back burner, I don't know why I'd call it that. But I made it so this line would never stop if the get fill or something goes down, or if I don't know, the thing that's producing the coal out there goes down. These right here there'll be a little extra buffer before all my whole power grid goes down. So yeah, just be cautious. That I had an issue. I was unable to fix it. I read a bunch of things on Reddit. I looked through all the videos I could on the internet. So once I had 3 of these going, so there was 8. So there's 8. Okay, so there's 8 coal generators in total, and once I had them all going off 3, the first one wasn't receiving enough water, so I was not able to resolve that. I added pumps, and pumps didn't resolve it. It really just wouldn't work. I think they must have been outdated tutorials. So it takes 4 to run 8, I believe. That's wrong. Throw it in the comments. Maybe, like I said, I even add pumps. I thought maybe it was because of this small rise made it so the water wouldn't go, but I don't know. I do not know what was causing that. So if someone in the comments could let me know what I was doing wrong, and let me know how to, maybe I'll make an update video on what I was doing wrong, why I couldn't run 8 off 3. But yeah, everything else has gotten full water. Maybe it was also how this was a little bit farther away from this one. These ones are pretty much right next to each other. No, I don't know. So maybe it was. It's hard to say exactly what it was. More that veteran players may understand why I wasn't getting enough water. Like the pipes didn't seem to be too long. None of them were going the wrong way. I don't think they can go the wrong way. So yeah, I think it was just weird. I think that it was purely just the fact that there wasn't enough water going in the pipes. I even tried disconnecting these pipes over here, and it still just was not enough water to power 2, which is weird. But that's hard. I don't know. I don't have an explanation for that. I even tried redoing the entire line, all the electrics, like that really didn't have anything to do with it. Changing the whole line to make everything go more straight. Really everything I could. I just couldn't get it figured out. But yeah, so those are the basics. And after that, all you have to do is start running it down to your thing down there, and you'll be able to tell how much, like, because I'm going to redo my entire factory down there after I'm done here with this, just to get it all running off coal power. I may even add a secondary coal source, because I have so much coal. I might try to find another coal source and just do even more water, coal related things up here. Like this entire lake could just be one coal producer, or one coal, I'm an idiot. One giant generator place for all the coal power. This waterfall will just be sucked into my tubes and used for, it won't even be enough water to fall. It'll be a darn shame for the environment, but it'll be good for the factory, Production must continue. Bigger and better always. But yeah, so if you had any questions, throw them in the comments. I might be able to answer them. If you run into that same problem, just add another water extractor. It saves everyone time. You don't have to sit there and figure it. Like I said, I spent about 30 minutes trying to figure it out. Read a ton of forums, watched a ton of videos. Really didn't see any exclusive, anything that was going to fix my problem, so I just wanted to make sure you guys understood that I had to add an extra water pump. But yeah, so yeah, those are the basics, I believe. The next thing is going to be a couple things I want to throw in here to clarify, to help clear up anything that if I may have said something that someone didn't understand. I think these will help, kind of get the fog out of there, because I do talk really fast sometimes, and I have a hard time in editing getting it to sound like I don't sound like I'm speaking, 100 miles a minute. So a couple extra tips that may help you, or may clarify things why I said them, or basically just things I think will help you. So just throw that in there. So yeah, just a little extra, A couple things I wanted to throw in here that were just super helpful is, first off, if the best way to tell if you're having issues with something's not getting enough water, something's not getting enough coal, there's some sort of breakdown in the line, you can look at these lights, and these lights will be either, I think it's orange or red. I'm colorblind, so I have a hard time telling sometimes. So it'll be either orange or red. Orange means there's like a half capacity, because you can also look here at the machine, and it says right here 100% efficiency, so that means everything's filled, there's enough water, there's enough coal, all that good stuff, so you pretty much know you're good. So yeah, that's just one thing. The next thing is, I kind of wanted a little bit of a reenactment, is in order to start this entire situation, you have to have as I said, I think I misworded, it was weird, you have to have an original, kind of like a spark plug, an original starting thing to get this first water pump going. So you're going to want to have a, I call them like leaf generators, but you're going to want to have a bio generator or whatever it's called to get the original, like the first spark going, get the water in all the pipes. Because if you don't have that, the water's not going to flow and nothing's going to go. So you got to have your original spark. You want to call it your bio generator, your leaf, your leaf burner. You got to have that up, running first, because if that's not there, nothing will go. So that's the first. That's what I sure want to emphasize that, because I don't know if I emphasized it properly in another clip earlier, but I want to make sure it's well known that you need to have, like I said, an initial spark. And I originally thought you needed one for to get Decharged too, but that didn't make any sense because they're the producer of the electric. So it's kind of like, why would I don't know. This stuff's hard. I mean, if you're looking it up, sometimes it's a daunting isn't a word, a daunting task, and it's better to fail or, fail and try again and figure out what the issue is, or go look up a video of someone who might know what they're doing, aka me. I'm figuring it out. I'm trying to help you guys figure it out too, because we're all, playing the same game and having the same fun, jumping around like little spider monkeys, just doing a little this, little that. So I just wanted to try to help you guys, okay. Okay, on to our next thing. The next thing I wanted to add is like a little quick tip just so you get what's going on. This right here form of like assembly belting is called a manifold, which basically means the first thing in, it feeds, and then it feeds that till it's full, and then eventually it'll feed this. But I mean, it also doesn't feed it till it's full, it feeds it till, like it splits it off every other one or something. I'm not exactly sure the exact, how that exactly works, but I know that one goes in here, one comes out here. So probably 2 go in, 4 go in, 2 go in there, 1 come out here. So that's probably off a little bit, but that's the gist of it. So, and why I said you wanted to wait earlier for them to fill up is because if for some reason, the last 2 will suffer, like they'll struggle to produce power and struggle to stay at 100% efficiency if they're not getting enough coal. So that's why you want to wait so they have that build up. So they have, what does this one have? Like, oh, I'm eating coal. No. Eating more coal. Okay. This one has 100. Oh no, a fuse blew. Probably not something here, but so yeah, if it doesn't have 100, it's going to be slowly building up over time, and as it's being consumed, burning and all that, and producing all the things and putting the turbines and all that, whatever exactly a coal power thing does. I can probably look that up and figure that out if we need to. But as it's doing that, it'll burn through it faster than it resupplies it. If your line is kind of dead or kind of slacking on the production, that's why I like to have that like overflow, or had overflow. Now it's just straight going in and out. Probably going to eventually get rid of it, but if you don't have that, it'll cause issues with the last 2, and they won't be producing as heavily as they could be. Let's look at this. Let's make sure these still have something. It doesn't really matter, but yeah, see, they do. So like I said, if that, there's also an overflow all the way over there. I don't want the one all the way over there. I think you see me construct it earlier in the video. Not really sure. Can't really remember. It's okay. If I need to, I'll go back and I'll show you the overflow. I don't know if it's technically an overflow, but that's what I'm calling it. So yeah. So it's all just in case things, and it's always smart to have that extra built up, so that if your line does go down when you're doing stuff, because when you're building a factory, there's a lot that goes into it. You tend to forget about your power supply. I mean, I know I do when I'm constructing big, mega factories. So just make sure you have that flow, because if it does shut down and you don't realize it, you'll have a little extra power until you absolutely have to have it going. So yeah. Just want to add a couple extra things in there to help you that I know I had an issue with, and that helped me, and hopefully it'll help you if if you're starting this game. It's an amazing, fun game. I suggest everyone pick it up, but just a few things I wanted to add. Okay, so I believe that wraps up this tutorial. If you liked the video, leave a like and maybe subscribe if you're extra generous. If you have any comments of things I could have done better, things I could have emphasized on, things you would have preferred to have seen me done and maybe or explained, I think I did a pretty good job of explaining it. But if you maybe thought I could have done something better, you throw it in the comments. I'm always open to hearing people's thoughts and feelings. I really appreciate for all the support. My last Satisfactory video. Oh my goodness, what a sentence to say. My last Satisfactory video got a lot of views and a ton of support and a ton of likes, and also a couple dislikes, but understandable. There's things I can always improve on, and I really appreciate you guys throwing those out there and helping me see what I can do better. And I really, even some of the more negative comments were still pretty entertaining. I love it. I am a noob at this game, but I love playing it, and I want to help you guys anyway, because I know I have struggled a lot with this game, and it really is nice to have kind of a community you know, that has all this stuff and things that could be explained to people that aren't always good with guides, because there's not very many tutorials, you know. So yeah, really, thank you so much for the support. I appreciate you guys watching. If you stuck around if you stuck around for the video this long, you would have heard at least, you know, 10 fumbles on my words, because I don't write scripts. I'm just speaking from the chest here, you know what I mean? So I really appreciate you guys. Thank you guys so much, and have an awesome weekend and or week, whenever you're watching this. Have a good one.